Hello friends, welcome back. I normally don't start out my videos with my makeup already on, but I wanted to come on here and tell you guys, first of all, it's my birthday today, the day that this is uploading, so February 18th. I'm turning 29, which is crazy, my last year in my 20s, which is actually wild. But I wanted to celebrate a little bit with you guys, and we're gonna do free shipping on my makeup bags, which I will pop up right here. You guys have been so amazing with these bags. Thank you for loving on them as much as we do. So if you're in the US, we're doing free shipping to celebrate my birthday. I will have the link down below, and yeah, I wanted to just tell you guys so we can have a little celebration. If you want to see all the things I'm loving right now, just keep watching. I feel like that was so 2017 YouTube. Like, if you want to see this look, just keep watching, but here we are. So just keep watching. I have been really excited to sit down and film this video. I started this series a while ago on my channel where I share with you my #1 makeup right now. And the last episode, I was looking into it. I was like, when was the last time I did one of these? It was in August. That feels like way too long ago. So I definitely have an updated kind of routine. So basically how this works is I kind of think through what I'm reaching for in each category, like what's exciting me right now in each category, the things that I think are the best personally. And you know, I had this little makeup bag that I had packed during my maternity leave, and a lot of these products were in there, and so I just feel like some of these things are because I used them for like a month straight. I just had this little makeup bag in my bathroom. Other things are just things that like I keep reaching for over and over again. So we're gonna start with primer and end with setting spray, and some things I have mentioned many times. Other things are more new to me, so let's just get into it. This is one of the things that I had packed in my little makeup bag. I wanted something that was a skincare and makeup combo. I don't really wear too much primer still. There's a couple that I really like, but I would say that right now I've been really enjoying this. I don't think it's like a need, but I am trying to use it up since I bought this, and it's very bougie, and so I threw in a few products in my postpartum makeup bag that were just like a little extra so that I could feel a little pampered, you know, during my very simple makeup routine in those first couple of weeks. So I'm just gonna apply this all over. It's basically just a priming moisturizer, but I do really like it. Again, I don't think it's like a need, but I do have it and I really do enjoy it. Most days though, if I'm honest, I just use my skincare as a primer. I love to prep my skin every morning, and I feel like that works well, you know, before makeup and just helps everything apply really smoothly. I'm just applying some lip balm. It's the Laneige lip mask, if you're wondering. For foundation, I just have to stick with my Nars Light Reflecting. I still love it. Close second is the Hourglass Ambient foundation though, so I'm trying to decide which one I want to use. You know, I think I'm gonna stick with my Nars one because I think I just used this in a recent tutorial. Did I? I don't know. I love them both. And by the way, you guys, Hourglass just barely gave me a coupon code, which I've never had before. This is not a sponsored video or anything. I just wanted to tell you because I've never had a code with Hourglass before, so I was really excited about it. So I think it's just Allie 10, or is it just Allie? I can't remember the exact code, but I'll have it down below for you guys in case you want to try out any Hourglass products and get 10% off. All right, we're gonna go into my Nars foundation, my favorite. There is not a foundation in my entire collection that I have used as consistently as this one and for as long as this one. I change up my routine so frequently with all the things that I try, and it's just insane to me how this has lasted for like a year or more in my routine. I can't believe it. It's never happened before ever in my life. So it really shows you how much I love this. It's just one of the best foundations I've ever tried. It works so well for me and my skin type. It's perfect in every way. I use the shade Mont Blanc, if you're wondering. So I'm just gonna blend that out, and then let's press that in with my sponge. Okay, I have a cream contour favorite that I can't put down, and that is the Westman Atelier cream contour stick, or the face trace contour stick. This is another splurge for sure. But the way that it blends out and the shade on me, I reach for it all the time. It's funny because usually when I get more high-end makeup, whether it's sent to me in PR, this was sent to me, or I buy it myself, I tend to kind of like ration it and like use it only on special occasions, but I haven't done that with this. I just feel like it works well for every day, and it's something that out of my entire collection I would repurchase myself and use every day. So there's so many incredible contour sticks out there, but I just really love this one. And I love the formula, I love the texture of it, I love how it just blends itself out, and I've just never had a bad experience with it. So it sits on my desk and I use it pretty much daily. Just blending that out with a brush first. And then I am gonna go in with my foundation brush and just kind of lightly buff over the edges so that it's a seamless blend from foundation to contour. So for concealer, I love the NYX Bare With Me Serum Concealer. You guys know. And I've used that like crazy. But I have been reaching for the Charlotte Tilbury one like all the time. So I wanted to throw this one in here. This is the shade Too Fair. This is the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. There's just something about this texture that I love more and more the more I use it. And it just looks pretty. I don't know, the coverage is great. It doesn't feel too heavy under the eyes. I don't have anything bad to say about it. We're just gonna kind of brighten up the center of the face and under the eyes with this. And then I'm just gonna blend that out with my sponge. You know what I like about these videos every time I film them? Which sounds weird because technically I should know what they look like all together, but oftentimes I don't wear all of these at the same time because I'm always trying something new. So I really like these videos where I'm able to kind of piece together my #1 makeup right now and see how they all look together at once on my face, because I don't think I've done this exact combo before, which is nice. It's just fun to see, you know, all my current faves working together. All right, for powder, I am still obsessed with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. This has been in my #1 makeup videos for a while, if not every single one I've done so far. I love this stuff. A close second though is the Laura Mercier Blurring Powder. So I'm gonna use both today. I've also been loving this teeny little Huda Beauty under eye triangle. So I'm just gonna use that with the Huda Beauty powder to set the under eye area. This Huda Beauty powder is the best under eye setting powder, I think. I absolutely love it. Also gonna take that and press the T-zone. And then I'm gonna take the Laura Mercier powder now, and I'm gonna use that on the outsides of the face. I really do feel like this gives more of a blurring finish to the skin, which I love, especially like right here, like over top of the pores. It really does kind of smooth the skin a little bit more than the original Laura Mercier powder. I just really like it. So we're putting that all over and then just lightly pressing the powder into my skin with my sponge. For bronzer and blush and highlight, I have to talk about this. The Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked palette in the elephant packaging. I love this so much. This was also in my postpartum makeup bag, and I just love it. It makes me feel so good. I love how it looks all over the face. So we're gonna use this for bronzer. Just dipping into the bronzer shade, and I'm gonna warm up the face with this. There's just something about this palette that I just think it's so flattering. It's my favorite Hourglass palette that they've made so far. You know how they do these limited edition palettes every year? This is by far my most used, most loved palette that they've ever done. I get use out of every single shade in here. Also, I painted my nails red today. I haven't done red nails in a hot minute, but I keep seeing it all over Instagram and TikTok. And so I was inspired and I was like, you know what? I want to try red nails. It's been a minute. I actually really love how they turned out. This is Cherry Jelly from Light Slacker. So pretty. It's like a jelly polish and it's so shiny. I love it. Okay, we've got quite a bit of bronzer on. So I'm gonna take the powder brush that we were using with the Laura Mercier powder and just kind of buff over that. I feel like I forgot to set the forehead a little bit. So I'm just gonna make sure that that's blended out nicely. We're gonna kind of switch gears. I'm gonna put a little bit of bronzer over the brows. Sometimes I like to do that. I don't know. I just feel like it helps everything look more cohesive and that the brows are a part of the full complexion instead of just floating on the face. So I like to throw some bronzer in the brows. That's usually why I do bronzer before my brows. And for brow pencil, you guys know how much I love the Benefit Precisely My Brow. I'm out of my shade in that, so I'm just getting use out of a lot of other pencils that I have. And Anastasia for the win, my friends. So I've been using both the Brow Wiz and the Brow Definer, I switch off. So let's do the Brow Definer. For some reason, I've been reaching for this a little bit more right now. So this is in the shade Medium Brown. I'm just gonna fill in the brows with this. I like this pencil for every day because I just feel like I can fill in my brows so fast since this pencil is a little bit more wide versus the Brow Wiz. But the Brow Wiz is great for that precise look. So that's why I alternate. I honestly use them both equally. Okay, brows are on. I'm gonna throw on my Nars Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. Still my #1 eyeshadow primer. Just gonna put that on the eyelids and then just blend it out with my finger. My #1 eyeshadow palette right now would have to be the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes palette. There's just something so delicious about this palette. palette. I use it so much. It's definitely newer to my collection. I have a lot of palettes that I love, you guys know, but this one, it really stole my heart. And I feel like it stole a lot of people's hearts as soon as it launched. Now, this says that it's limited edition. I pray that they change that, truly. It needs to be around forever. And right now, it seems to be out of stock, so I don't know. I feel like if they don't bring this back, maybe this is my last chance to really use it on camera, but I'm hoping that they make it permanent because I think it's one of their best products so far. I'm using this kind of peachy shade to start and just my transition. And then I'm just pinching the brush and applying that to the lower lash line as well. I love that color. I don't think I've actually used this shade yet, so I'm gonna dip into this. It's more of a warm brown, and I tend to reach for the more cool tone browns in this palette, but we're gonna try this. So I'm just using this to kind of sculpt the outside of the eye, right up against the lash line and then going into the crease. I'm gonna take the brush that we were using before and just kind of blend the two colors together. I'm not adding any more product on this brush. I'm just using it to combine the two. I'm also gonna take that nice warm brown and go right against the lash line on the outer third. Now I'm gonna take this bronze color right here, and I'm just gonna start applying that to the center of the eyelid, building it up to the crease. I'm also gonna drag that across the lower lash line to just create a bit more definition. And since we kind of are going with a little bit more warm tones today, I think I wanna use the golden color, this one right here, as the topper. So I'm gonna take that on my fingertip and just start to layer that onto the lid. It's the toppers for me. Like, it's these glittery shades that I just can't get enough of. I think they're so beautiful. So I'm just gonna pop that on the eyelid. I actually really like how that looks. So now we're going to apply mascara. For me, I'm back on the Thrive mascara train, and I've actually been reaching for the shade Crystal, which is their black brown, quite a bit. I love this formula, so obviously the black mascara is also a favorite, but the black brown, there's just something about having a little bit of a softer color on the lashes that I've been really into, especially for every day. I've never really tried it with a dark brown. I mean, it's not dark brown, but with like a brown smoky eye, but you know, I think there's something really pretty about that too, kind of tying in some of those brown tones into the lashes. I just think it makes things look a little bit more soft, a little more approachable. I don't know. This color though is not a super light brown, so you still get nice definition on the lashes, which I love. It's just slightly softer. Okay, now we're gonna go back into the Hourglass palette, and I'm gonna mix these two shades for my highlighter. These are technically their finishing powders, but I love to use them as my highlight. The highlighter in this palette is this one, and it's just a little too deep for me, so I actually use that on the eyes. And I just build up the finishing powder on the cheeks for like a really beautiful soft glow. Next, we're gonna apply blush. I love to mix both of these colors and just apply that to the apples of the cheeks. Okay, my number one lip liner right now is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's this one right here. It's called Deep Taupe. It just goes with everything. I love it. So we're gonna wear this. I'm gonna wipe off any foundation that got on the lips and then just apply this all over. I like this because it sculpts the lips really nicely, but it's not too cool toned to where like it won't work with a more neutral or warm toned lip color. I don't know, I just feel like it goes with everything though. Okay, for lipstick, this might be cheating because this is like a brand new lipstick for me, but I can't stop wearing them, so I'm throwing it in here. The new Hourglass lipsticks, you guys, are so good. I can't get enough. My two most used shades so far are Tide and Oasis, and this is kind of cheating because I feel like maybe I should have talked about them in my favorites video first, but I haven't filmed my favorites for the month yet. Obviously, the month's not over. So sneak peek, these are gonna be my favorites video, but I love them. And I think this formula is so delicious and so creamy, so hydrating. The colors are gorgeous. This is Tide, by the way. I've been really liking this. I normally don't go for super nude nudes, and I don't feel like this is one that washes me out. It's perfect. Like, it's perfect for when I want more of a muted lip, but I don't want to look washed out. And it also doesn't leave like a weird line in my lips either, which is something that happens a lot with lighter lipsticks on me. So I've been into this one a lot. And then Oasis is another favorite, which is also a nude, but slightly deeper than this. I'm just using my finger to press that in. And then my number one gloss right now is the Natasha Denona My Dream lip gloss in the shade Natasha. It is phenomenal. I love it. And it's by far my favorite in my collection right now. So I'm just gonna pop this onto the center of the lips for a glossy finish. I love it. Okay, we're gonna assess the situation really quickly and just take what's left on the bronzer brush and kind of buff everything out. My number one setting spray right now is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush one. I think this has been my favorite for a while. It's just so good. So I'm gonna set the face with this. It's just the best one for longevity. I swear it works so well. Just gonna press that into the skin with my sponge. And then I always like to use a brow gel. First I'm gonna take what's left on my powder brush and kind of repowder the T-zone after setting spray, which is my favorite trick ever. And then we're gonna set the brows with my #1 brow gel, which is this. It's been my #1 for years. The Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. And I'm gonna use that to lock everything in place. Okay, so that completes this makeup look using my #1 makeup right now. It's so fun to see everything on my face all at once. It's a really actually more bronzy look than what I normally reach for, probably because I reached for those bronze tones in the eyeshadow palette, but I feel like the face palette and the lip color actually works really well with the look, so that's kind of fun to see all of my #1 picks in a full face. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do you have any similar #1 products as mine, or are you loving something completely different? I would love to hear in the comments. Hold on, actually, I need to finish my inner corner highlight. Like, that's how important an inner corner highlight is to me. I can't even finish filming my video without putting one in the inner corner, which I'm using the center shade in the Hourglass palette. I'm gonna have to build this up quite a bit to get a glow. It's a subtle glow, but it'll have to work for today. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Are there any other February 18th birthdays out there? I would love to know who my birthday twins are, so let me know in the comments, and happy birthday to you if it is your birthday today. I'm really glad that I did an updated #1 video because it had been so long. I feel like my routine shifted quite a bit, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!